We're still following a Boca Raton mother's fight to see her children after nearly 3 years apart. Walkiria Cassini was arrested in March of 2024 and charged with the sexual abuse of her own children. But days before her trial in October of 2025, prosecutors dropped the charges, citing new evidence. Then in March of 2026, Cassini filed a federal civil rights lawsuit against the detective who investigated the case and the Palm Beach County Sheriff. Now Cassini's attorney says DCF is refusing to lift an injunction keeping her from seeing them. As investigative reporter Kate Hussey shows us, the dispute goes to court tomorrow, and we want to warn you, some of this video may be disturbing to watch.
Cassini's attorneys say this hearing could amount to a mini trial with many of the same witnesses and evidence from the criminal case being heard publicly for the first time.
This is body camera footage from March of 2024. A Boca Raton home swarmed by the FBI. They're looking for a mom who they believe
put your hands up! Put your hands up!
abused her own children.
Female subject here. Come this way with me.
A part of you can't help but, still be living in that moment of, I guess, like the trauma that we've been through.
Walkiria Cassini, her eldest son Matthew, and her fiance Ryan Lindano were all arrested and charged with crimes that shocked South Florida.
The details inside these probable cause affidavits are so disturbing. We're not sharing the specifics.
The affidavits accused the three of sexually abusing Cassini's 2 younger sons and live streaming the abuse for financial gain. Yet days before their trial in October of 2025, prosecutors dropped those charges, citing new evidence.
There's still a lot of the stigma that we kind of carry, like, are people judging us? Do they believe us?
Now, more than 2 years after that FBI raid, the three are trying to rebuild their lives.
I honestly thought, like I had told you before, that we'd be in a courtroom setting and we would get the not guilty and they would come running in, that everything would just fall into place like they were before, but it doesn't. Once it was said and done, I am now fighting to reverse everything.
Where's Mom being held at?
When the arrests were made in 2024, a judge issued an injunction barring Cassini from seeing her then 14 and 7-year-old sons amid the allegations.
It was the most horrible feeling.
But despite the dropped charges, records show that injunction was never lifted.
It's really surprising and really disheartening.
Now Cassini's attorneys are asking that same judge to dissolve the injunction and let Cassini see her kids again.
Now that the facts have come out, you need to take a second look at this.
Based on the fact that now we have proven not only is she innocent, but really where it all stemmed from.
Text messages shared with me by Matthew Goldberger and Mackenzie Sachs show the allegations grew out of a bitter custody dispute over Thanksgiving of 2023. On November 26th, Cassini messaged the boy's father dozens of times, demanding to know where their children were. She says they were supposed to be returned after the holiday.
Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, non-emergency. Yeah, hi. I was wondering if you can help me with something. My ex he grabbed the kids for Thanksgiving, and I haven't heard from them since they picked up. He's supposed to be here days ago, still hasn't shown up. They've missed school. I just don't know who to call.
I understand your ex-wife lives in Boca Raton.
That same day, body camera shows Marion County deputies responding to her ex's home in Ocala after he reported the allegations against her.
My son's finally, I guess, opened up to me. There's been some things going on there. Sexually, physically, and mentally.
But hours later, video shows Marion County and PBSO deputies questioning those claims.
This was reported to him 2 days ago, but he didn't call us till tonight. He's more concerned with keeping his kids than he is the actual allegations.
100%.
Yet records show Cassini's ex still has custody of the boys, and her attorneys say DCF has not reinvestigated the case.
We were quickly in contact with DCF saying, okay, there was this injunction in place when these individuals were wrongfully arrested, but now that the facts have come out, you need to take a second look at this, and they haven't done that.
In this letter to a DCF attorney in West Palm Beach dated 2 months ago, Goldberger formally requests DCF agree to dissolve the injunctions. He writes his co-counsel had, a month earlier, provided DCF voluminous supporting materials in a binder and a flash drive. Goldberger says he's writing with some urgency out of genuine concern for the well-being of the 2 boys. Writing since November of 2023, they have lived in a senior citizen community where they are now homeschooled by their father and intentionally isolated from the outside world.
To your knowledge, has DCF done anything to further investigate these claims?
No, they basically closed their file and
they wiped their hands clean of the issue, and we feel that they had a duty to ensure that the children are being taken care of.
I reached out to DCF and the attorney named in the letter. The attorney has not returned my calls or emails. DCF says it's looking into the issue, but has not provided further comment. I've also spent months trying to get the father's side of the story. He has not responded to any of my calls or texts. So for now, Cassini's fight sits in the hands of a judge.
If I could have my way, I'd want them to run through that courtroom, those doors. But I'm willing to do the process, the reunification therapy, whatever it is required, I'm willing to do, even though I think it's unfair and I should just get my child back.
That hearing is now scheduled for Thursday at 9 a.m. right here in Palm Beach County Court. That's where Cassini will ask a judge to let her see her sons again. Here in Palm Beach County, I'm Kate Hussey, WPTV News.